Beto, how's it feel to be in?
It feels wonderful. I just got a call from my wife, Amy, who's back in El Paso, Texas, where she is raising, sometimes with my help, Ulysses, who's 12 years old, Molly, who's 10, and their little brother, Henry, who is 8 years old. And she's getting them ready, feeding them, and then taking them to school. I, even though this is the first day, miss them terribly. But I'll tell you this, it's those kids, and it's your kids, and it's your grandkids and the generations that follow that push us out into the country to do this incredibly important work together. The challenges before us, I hope you agree, have never been greater, the greatest of our lifetimes. If you look at the crises in our economy, where the power has been concentrated into the hands of the privileged, the few, and the corporations. If you look at our democracy, which may very well be a democracy soon enough in name only, unless we get it back and make sure that it represents people and not special interests and corporations. And if you look at the climate, which if in this 10-year window we do not do everything we possibly humanly can, the generations that follow us, and I mean our kids, in our kids' lifetimes, by the time Ulysses is my age, and he's 12 years old right now, we may not be able to live in some of the cities that we call home today, like El Paso, Texas. We may not be able to grow our own food and our own fiber, feed and clothe ourselves in this country. And if you think that a little more than 300,000 immigrants and asylum seekers apprehended on the southern border is a problem, and I don't necessarily think that it is, the kind of migration and refugee flows that we will see when entire bands of this world are no longer habitable will be a crisis of a different magnitude altogether. But these challenges, I am absolutely convinced, will bring out the absolute best in every single one of us. And we have something that almost no other country in the world has. We have the single greatest mechanism to call forth the genius of our fellow human beings. This democracy, more than 320 million people strong, can bring the ingenuity, the creativity, the resolve of an entire country. And each one of these challenges can and will be met. But the foundational challenge to get all of this done is to fix our democracy. Only when it works, and only when each one of us can work within it, will we be able to meet these threats. And so this setting right now, the very first event of our campaign for president, is an example not only of the way that I wish to campaign across this country for every single American, and I could care less your party persuasion, your religion, anything other than the fact that right now we are all Americans and we are all human beings, and we do everything within our power for one another, for this great country, and for every generation that follows. This is democracy.
Hey, how are you? Thank you. Thanks for having us.